What's going on, guys? This is Sam, and today Apple released iOS 11.2.5 Beta 4 to developers. This is the fourth beta now. Still not a lot going on, but if you are a public beta tester and you're enrolled in that program, Apple usually releases it to all of you about 3 hours after the normal version goes out to developers. So around 1 p.m. Pacific Standard or 3 p.m. Central Time. The first change that I've noticed inside of iOS 11.2.5 Beta 4 so far is that the keyboard and sound effect issue from iOS 11.2.5 Beta 3 has been corrected. This has to go down as one of the most annoying bugs in iOS history. I basically could not keep my phone off of silent since iOS 11.2.5 Beta 3 was released. The issue was that when you were typing inside of apps or pretty much anywhere else, the keyboard click sounds would be about 50 times louder than they are now. It was absurd, it was extremely annoying, and I couldn't take my phone off silent for a week because it was just too loud, and it was kind of an annoying bug. So I'm glad to see that Apple fixed that in Beta 4, but other than that, I haven't really found anything that's new. Apple continues to focus on very small changes for iOS 11.2.5. They still haven't clarified why it's called iOS 11.2.5. We don't know if there's going to be an 11.2.3 or an 11.2.4 now, in addition to 11.2.2, which corrected the Spectre vulnerability, and that's actually another question that I have about iOS 11.2.5 Beta 3 or Beta 4. We don't know whether or not the Spectre vulnerability has been corrected. I actually reached out to Apple via email yesterday, and I've done this a number of times in the past, and they never reply. So I tried to find out for you whether or not it fixed the Spectre vulnerability. My guess is that Apple did fix the Spectre vulnerability in either Beta 3 or Beta 4, but at the same time, we don't really know for sure. I wish that someone from Apple would reach out to any news organization and confirm, because the Spectre vulnerability is a big deal. If you want to learn all about it, I'll leave a video linked up in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Right now, we're just kind of in the dark guessing whether or not we're protected on iOS 11.2.5. If it's something that you're really worried about, you can go to 11.2.2. That's the public release that has the fix for the Spectre vulnerability. But right now in iOS 11.2.5, it's sort of a guessing game. While you're probably protected, we don't know for sure. And if security is a really important or big deal to you, you may want to go to 11.2.2 just to be safe. The only big feature in iOS 11.2.5 so far allows you to ask Siri to tell me the news. And Siri will start reading the news from one of your favorite news sources. In addition to hearing the news from CNN, you can also choose 3 other sources as well: the Washington Post, NPR, and Fox News. I think it's a really cool feature, not something that I'll be using a lot myself, but it takes advantage of daily podcasts in iOS 11, and I think if you're really into news, you'll probably really like that feature. As of right now, this is everything you should know about iOS 11.2.5 Beta 4. If you enjoyed watching this video, it does help me out if you take 1 second to drop a like down below, and of course, hit subscribe for more videos similar to this in the future. If you'd like to help support the channel, you can head over to iupdateos.com/merch, buy a t-shirt or hoodie, and use the code BETA for 10% off. That would be incredible. As for now, I've been Sam. I hope all of you are doing great, and I will talk to you in my next video.